Hey everybody, here's my Blackbird. Haven't made a video of it yet. This is the one that I'm riding in that video that I just posted in New Mexico when my buddies had their wreck with the wild horses that ran out in front of us. This is the one that I was riding, and I was riding in the back of the pack so I could record the whole time, but I really didn't realize that I'd be recording an accident. But I guess it worked out pretty good. As far as that's concerned, I could get it all on film. This is a 2000 model, the CBR1100 XX Super Blackbird, and I had never had a Honda sport bike before, and so this would be my first. And I gotta tell you, after riding this bike, I don't know why in the world I never had a Honda sport bike, because it is fantastic. Really not one bad thing I can say about this bike. It's got 42,000 miles on it, so it's been ridden and loved. It's got D&D dual exhaust on it. It sounds fantastic. And it's also got a power bronze shield. Now I got this from superbikestore.com. Real good website to find all your power bronze items. If you'll look at my YouTube channel, you'll notice that I had a FZ6 at one point. That was a great bike, and I got the power bronze lower fairings for that bike from the same website. So I thought I would go and see if they had a shield for the Blackbird, and they did. This is sort of a double bubble design, and it works really good. Very impressed. The little trim piece here really kind of accentuates everything. Makes it look real good. Love the logo. And I think it was only $70, so it's a really good value. Really works well. This was the stock windscreen. I don't mean the stock. This is not the stock windscreen. This is a zero gravity shield. But you can see that there's not much of a bubble in the middle. And if you compare the two, this shield is a little bit taller, but it has no bubble. You see this? If you can see this in the picture. The bubble on the power bronze shield, I don't even know if it's coming across in the video or not. But the bubble is much more accentuated, and it puts the air up over the rider, and was well worth the $70. This screen here was putting the air right in my chest. Something else I did to this that a lot of Blackbird owners do for comfort is put the VFR handlebars on here. They are a direct replacement, and this is the factory clip-on for this bike. So if you will look, see, this is kind of sort of a comparison here. If I set that down right here, can you see the difference? Can you see the rise? This is the stock, and the VFR handlebars are what's on there. Quite a bit of rise, at least an inch of rise, and really helps on long rides. But now the only ones that fit the Blackbirds are from the VFR 800, year models 2002 to 2004. So those are the only ones that fit. Any later than that or earlier than that will not fit. But the 2002 to 2004 is a direct bolt-on to the Blackbird. So that really helped, and good luck finding those on eBay. I hope you do. I looked for quite a while and finally found a left and right side from different sellers, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. I got some frame plugs. This was from a European seller. I can't even remember what I paid for them. Maybe 20 bucks. They're on the other side too, and they really fill up the holes nicely. I got the Buell foot pegs. These are the Buell XB12 Firebolt foot pegs. Now you guys might have done a better job putting these on than I did. You have to grind down the sides a little bit to install them. And the hole in the Buell foot peg is actually bigger than the pin that goes through the factory foot peg hole. So I had to put a little spacer in there to make that fit. But they're on there real tight, and they do not bend. You know, they don't flex upward like your stock pegs would. They're pretty permanently solid. And they provide about an inch lower leg room, which really helps a lot too. When you're 41 years old like me, and you're not in your late teens or early 20s anymore, your back tends to get a little sore on these bikes because we like to take long rides on them, and you can't very well do that if you don't have some type of comfort. The back end is all stock with the exception of these. These are cool. They were on here when I got it. They're wired up to the brake light, and they'll actually pulse when you hit the brakes, and they'll blink with the blinkers. I couldn't even tell you what brand those are. You might just research. Something Dynamics comes to mind from what I've looked up on the internet, but like I said, I didn't put them on there, so I can't vouch for that. I got a custom chain guard, CBR1100. Got that off eBay. Real good quality item. I think I only paid about $40 for that. Sure beats that black plastic piece of crap that was on it. And then the accessory that I'm most proud of, considering if you're a CBR1100 XX Blackbird owner and you're watching this video, which you probably are, you know that these birds tend to run a little hot, and especially in town traffic in 80 degree and above temperatures. So what I did was, you look down here, I'll show you through the fairing. I spliced into the thermostat switch, and that allowed me to, there you go, there's the fuse for it right there. It's not real good at hiding that, but I'll work on that one. But it allows you to switch the fan on manually when you're coming in town and you know you're going to be doing some in-town riding. Go ahead and flip that switch on, and it'll turn that fan on manually and keep that temperature at a safe level. Otherwise, if you're riding in town, 90 degree temperature, and these Blackbirds, they will get hot. That is the nature of the beast. There's all kinds of information on the forums and things about that, and you know, they talk about it. But just an easy fix is just get a switch, run it manually, flip it on when you're coming in town. A little Vista Cruise Control deal was on there when I got it. It works pretty good. Ain't nothing really to get excited about there. But I am very proud of this. This worked really well in New Mexico last week. It got a little warm, and I kind of wish I would have got to ride all week. But if you watch my video on my channel, Wild Horses Run Out in Front of Sport Bike Riders and Wreck Us, that right there will tell you why I could not spend an entire week last week in New Mexico and had to head back to Tulsa, which kind of sucked, but at least my friends are okay. And one of them's kind of rehabilitating his shoulder. We all came out alive. And this bird did absolutely amazing. Love this bike.